In this devotional, I'm going to share with you 3 thoughts from Psalm 139, verses 1 through 6, where we'll answer the question, what does the Lord know? Psalm 139, verses 1 through 6 says, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me in behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. What does the Lord know? Everything. That's easy to say. It's easy for us to sit back and say that the Lord is omniscient, meaning that he knows everything that there is. And we can sort of think about that conceptually and get a decent idea of what it means. But what David does here in this psalm is help us to understand just exactly what it means for the Lord to be omniscient. Because so often we just think about the world in terms of facts that you can know, and you might even think about God as if he's just some sort of encyclopedia in the sky who sits up there and knows things. But we would be wrong to think about God's knowledge as just simple factual knowledge, and David makes that point clear here in Psalm 139. So here are 3 thoughts from Psalm 139, verses 1 through 6, answering the question, what does the Lord know? Thought number 1, our actions. The Lord knows all the things that we do. So as far as factual knowledge is concerned, yes, the Lord knows it, meaning the Lord knows that I'm going to record this video. He knows whether or not I'm going to record another one after I'm done with this one. He knows when I'll do the edit, when I'll do the upload, when it'll be finished, and whether or not you're going to watch it and how much attention you'll pay to it. He knows all of those actions. And a lot of times it's easy for us to think about that in terms of the Lord knows my actions, but it's a little bit more difficult to think about it like the Lord knows all of my actions, and he knows them all completely, but he also knows that of every other single person on earth, and every other single person who has ever lived, and every other single person who will ever live. And not only that, but he knows this factual information about every single atom that will ever exist in all of creative history. This is what it means for God to know the actions. Everything is something that he knows. Thought number 2, the Lord knows our thoughts. And this is a little bit more difficult for us to understand because I'm not sure that I even know all my own thoughts, let alone the thoughts of every being that has ever thought a thought or will ever think a thought. And yet, the Lord knows that. So our concept of God's knowledge should be ever increasing as we realize that he is so much greater than we could even possibly imagine. Consider that the Lord knows your thoughts. No other person, no other being, no other thing in creation knows your thoughts like the Lord knows your thoughts. Even our phones and little devices who seemingly know more about us than we might know about ourselves, they start putting ads up in anticipation of the things that we're going to want to see. Well, the Lord knows our thoughts even better than those things. Thought number 3, our words. The Lord knows our words. He knows every single thing that we say. So if the Lord knows all of our actions and he knows all of our thoughts, then of course he's going to know all of our words. But I think when David says that the Lord knows his words, he knows not just the words, but he also knows the intent behind those words that the Lord is aware of us saying. So not only does he know the sounds that are coming out of your head, but he understands what you mean by those sounds. And he also understands what is perceived by those who are hearing those sounds. When we realize that the Lord knows our thoughts, he knows our actions, he knows our words, There is nothing that he does not know about us. There is nothing that escapes his gaze. He is perfectly aware of everything that takes place within his creation, down to the subatomic level and whatever's even underneath that. These three thoughts come from the assigned reading of Psalms 137 through 139. If you'd like to read through the Bible with me, you can do so by clicking on the link below or by joining the Facebook group Through the Bible, where we are reading the text of Scripture together.